You know me. How you, man?
Oh man, I'm blessed for
Me
real.
too. I'm glad we got to finally do this.
Yeah, man, it was
Yeah.
a lot of hurdles
Yeah, man.
we
Yeah, man.
both had to jump through. Not just you, know what I'm saying, you and me too, but
Yeah, man. It's that time of year, though.
definitely, man. I actually first, man. Let me just say this. I am
Don't bring up that church. Don't bring up the church battle.
actually I was gonna bring it up later. That's funny you said that. I was gonna bring that up later. I was gonna. I'm gonna wait to bring.
Go wait. Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
wait to bring that
Okay.
up. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to bring that
That's
up.
where we started, man.
Yeah, you know what? We might as well just bring it start up like that. You the first person that I battled.
In church.
No, not in church. In a church
It
service.
was a service. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. They
church
had the little open
service.
mic at the end of the night. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I never gonna forget that,
Yep.
man. Like,
Yep.
yeah, we was going back and forth at a church
Yep.
service.
I think about that every time I pass that church. It's funny.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Yep.
Like we battled in church, like we was without the
Yeah, without the words.
without the words we wasn't spitting, but we kept it very PG.
Yeah.
But I think everybody was like, okay, these dudes,
Going back and
yeah,
forth.
they going back and forth, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You said that.
Yeah, I'll never forget that, bro.
I was gonna bring it up later though.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring it up later, man. But let's actually start from the beginning. You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
of everything. Like where you from? Let's start from there.
You know what? I like to say I'm from Columbus, but I was born in Texas. I was born in San Antonio, Texas. I've been here since I was like 8, which kind of makes me from here for real. You know what I mean? Like I've been here long enough to say I've lived here. This is home. But you know, I'm from Columbus, Ohio, Brittany Hills, the North Side. Um, I've been Young Wise. I've been Wise. I've been Wizard the Great. You know, everybody know me by a different nickname, but if you know me as Wise. So
What was your first rap name?
Crisis, Crisis Solar God. Swear to God, I swear it was.
How old were you?
I probably was like 14. I was. It's funny. I had a series of cassette tapes at 14. Crisis Solar God.
Was it gospel?
Nah, nah, nah. Although my first performance was at a church stage, New Covenant on Ennis. I think it was a teen rally, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. I wore an Echo shirt and some braids, and you know I didn't know what I was saying, but I wasn't cussing. So
Were you like specifically conscious? Like, okay, I'm not gonna. I got this rhyme, but I gotta cover it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta
yeah,
cover this
that's
word
exactly
up.
how it was. You know, it was just like Jesus is real. I got a deal. How do you feel? You know what I mean? You had to wing it, but you know, cause it was church.
At what age, if you can remember, which I know you probably will,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
at what age did you actually say I want to start rapping, or did it just happen organically?
Yeah, it was definitely organic. My whole family been making music, man. My mom sang backup for Patti LaBelle back in the day, and my uncle sang backup for Tony, and then it just kind of trickled down. Even now, all my family still does gospel music, you know. So I just kind of kept that going. I'm probably the only one in the family that doesn't make gospel music, you know. So I just kind of found my own lane with what I do. I probably was about, like I said, 14 with cassette tapes. Um, Shout out to Mr. Croft. You remember Mr. Croft?
Yes.
Had the Croft Center and everything. It's the first
Mm-hmm.
studio I ever recorded
Mm-hmm.
in. I probably was like 16. You know what I mean? So that was my guy before he passed away. Rest in peace to him. But I've been rapping as a kid, just dreaming about it and really pushing that from cassette tapes to ADAT. You know what I mean? Like I remember the ADAT machine. Like I remember that right before we had CDR. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember them reels and all that.
Do you remember? Well, with your mom coming up and you being raised in the church, at what point did you tell yourself I want to rap?
Nah, it was always where I wanted to rap. And I could sing too.
That nigga ain't me. I bet he don't kiss you like you know I kiss you, fuck you like you know I do. That nigga ain't me. I bet he don't kiss you like you know I kiss you. Come get right, I'm in the mood. That nigga ain't me. Bet he don't kiss you like you know I kiss you.
But I never wanted to do that. I always could rap, and while they was in church, I was a kid sneaking out to go be in the streets. So in the streets, everybody rapped. That was the thing to do. You had to battle, you had to compete, you had to have your bars up, or whatever. But I think I realized about 16, 17 is when I realized I want to rap. I remember being at Beechcroft High School, and I was just like, yo, I'm a rap. There was a kid named Diamond Littlefield who could rap, and That was like my neighborhood competition. So I just was like, I'm gonna do this.
So at that time, um, did you ever battle Q Nemesis?
Yeah, me and Q battled a lot. I had like a whole mixtape that I dedicated to Q Nemesis. It was called The King, and he called himself the King of Columbus, and I called myself the King of Columbus. So we went at it, but it wasn't like we was battling like I hate you. It was just it was that. It was who's the King of Columbus.
Now,
But Q was my guy. Like if you ask me who my favorite rappers are from Columbus, it'd probably be anybody from Brittany Hills. I'm talking about Q Nemesis, Copyright Wallaby. You know what I mean? Because they from home and they from the north and they was from my hood. So I love Q. Q's on a new album. I like Q a lot.
the album that you said you did, now was that when you were older or when you was a teenager?
Which one is that?
The album you got dedicated. When you
Oh
battled,
no, I was definitely a teenager. I was definitely was like early 20s. Early 20s was making me feel old, but I'm definitely early 20s. And that's just like one of the 23 projects I got. But the I'm a fan of Q. Don't get it twisted. Like that's my guy. He's like Gucci Man of Columbus to me. Like he was growing up back then, and he actually had that link with Gucci Man back then. So that was my guy. And we still great friends to this day.
yeah, I remember he was going back and forth to New York. He was,
Yeah.
and Q was battling people in
Yeah,
New York.
and that's what he do. That's what he
Yeah.
do. I think he's better at that than music. And no offense to his music, but I just seen him do that battle
Take
thing
somebody's
for
head
real.
off,
Like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I seen the battle thing work better for him than his music did. So
So why, speaking of battle rap, why didn't you ever?
that wasn't my lane. I know how to make songs, and that's and not that I didn't know how to battle rap, but I think battle rappers don't have that ability as well. I think it kind of works that way. I think battle rappers are in their battle rap lane. Some people sometimes you gotta stay in your lane, and my lane was making songs. You know what I'm saying? We can compete if you want, and we could battle, but I don't think it ain't too many people that's can match what's with my songs. You know what I mean? Like or my videos. So that was my lane, and once I figured out my lane, I kind of just stuck with that.
That's one thing I can say, man. Like like you always kept a really dope visual.
Yeah, yeah. Quality was everything to me. Like that was it. I love my visuals. I think that's my magic right there.
How old were you when you made your first mixtape?
Um, man, like I said, like cassette tapes. I was running around high school recording cassette tapes with people passing them out. So and I'm talking about 6 songs, 6, 7 songs on a cassette tape, thinking I was doing something over these little instrumentals. Um, my first real mixtape, I may have been like I don't know, 22, 23, and we bought about 10,000 copies of that one mixtape. It was called the Cocky Five mixtape, and
Cocky Five.
yeah, it was Cocky Five because I had a series of Cocky 1, 2, and 3.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I was younger, so the Cocky Five was like the one we pressed up on CD, had it fully packaged, ordered 10,000 copies of them. We gave all of them away for free in one summer.
You know where we at? Look, we about 24 deep, niggas strolling through the club. Rose gold in my mouth like I'm spitting up blood. Slimmest nigga out the clique, only like girls thick. They say my only big parts of my ego and my I'm looking for a meal ticket. You don't like me, deal with it. Cocky as I wanna be, tell them that the hills did it. No riddle, no gimmick, no spree, well spoke. I ain't rich, bitch, I'm still ballin' on broke. I do
In Columbus, I think that's what made me popular for real, cause ain't nobody ever do that. You ain't seeing about nobody in Columbus with the van wrapped and 10,000 CDs, and we were just out there. I was young, but I had a label behind me, and
How old were you when you first got signed?
um
And who were you signed to?
I was signed to I think at 18 I signed to Blue Moon Records through Interscope with Bryce Wilson, and he ended up stopping music to do um, movies. It's funny because he was dating Maya. You remember Maya, the little light skinned singer
Of
Maya?
course.
You know what I mean? Like he was dating Maya at the time. I thought we was gonna make it, but I was young. I was about 16, 17, and then after that I went on a Mountain Dew tour in Tokyo.
Wait. Go back a little bit. So you were signed to them at first.
Right.
And what was the name of that label?
Blue Moon,
And they was up under.
Interscope.
Okay, so
Yeah.
when he decided to stop doing that,
I went
what
to
happened with you and your deal with him?
well, nothing. It was a single deal. You know, that was back when you didn't have album deals. It was just like you signed for a song. You know, I think my advance was like $5,000, and to me that was the world.
Yeah.
But I went to them, and then I went to an independent label here in Ohio called In-House Records, and then they were just kind of shopping me around the industry for everything else. But
So what happened with that?
um, in-house. We started pitching to another label in New York called Multi-Man Music. I started doing songs, started ghostwriting under Multi-Man Music. Under Multi-Man Music, I was doing like ghostwriting deals for like Paris Hilton or like Disney or um, Timberland's had different artists that I would write for.
So in that period, when you were writing for other people, did anything ever like come out and
Have it
bang?
for me? Like
No,
no.
no, no, not for you. When you was writing for someone else at that period, when you was writing for a whole lot of other people, periods all them, did any of them records really bubble?
No, I don't, not that I remember. It was just like everything's a gamble. Like you know what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, when they didn't bubble, I still got paid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. So that was a good experience as a kid. I wish I learned how to invest that money differently then. But you don't, like I said, $5 grand seems like a lot of money until it's gone.
Yeah.
And nothing really bubbled. Even the song I wrote for Flo Rida, I wrote for Nelly, and it was just at the end of the day, ghostwriting is like you don't even get your credit. You just get your money, and that was that.
So okay, so what happened after that second deal? Because that was the deal you signed with people here in
Yeah.
Columbus, and then you was writing for people. So what happened after that?
I signed the Multi-Man Music Group, and that was in Denmark. They were in Denmark. They ended up moving to New York to work with me exclusively.
How did that transpire? How did that even happen?
I was in a lawsuit trying to get out of the in-house record deal because I did a venture with ESPN for a show called City Slam. City Slam. It was like an and one dunk show, and
I remember that.
I did the theme song for that show.
Wow.
And I swear, and I did that joint, and they tried to sue me for it because I didn't pay the label, but I didn't think I had to. I felt like I was in that situation where I'm not gonna pay you if I'm getting my own deals. You know what I mean? That's how I felt. I was young. And I'm like, yo, you're not shopping my music. You're not getting the deals. You ain't signing the contracts. It was coming straight to me direct, and that's how I handled it. But they weren't playing with their money neither. They were trying to sue me for it. So we ended up winning the battle, and I signed the Multi-Man Music Group, and I was with them for about 7 years just as a ghostwriter. And every check that I got, I was investing back into myself because they had no interest in me as a rapper. As a artist for them, I was just the writer. So we did a lot together. That's how I ended up.
So that was the initial contract of you just being a writer,
Yep.
not an artist?
Yep. I
And
was a writer for
you
them.
were content with that?
I was young, and you look at it like everything is like, yo, you put me in front of these people, and you're always wishing that the right person hears you because you're in front of these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you might think I'm a ghostwriter, but I'm thinking this is Diddy, and he about to love me today. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that didn't transpire the way I wanted it to, but like I said, I was young. I was just like spinning my wheels.
So that's the third deal.
Yeah, that was the third one.
Okay.
And then I ended up signing with.
How long was that?
No, that was 7
contract?
years. I was with them for 7 years.
So basically, dang.
You know what? That was the third deal. After that, everything else was just like commercial deals, just like tour deals or like show deals or like TV slots. I never had like a real record deal where it was like what am I saying? I never had a real record deal where it was just like, oh, I'm about to make it, I'm about to blow up. The attention was on me. Everything was just like, oh no, he's a writer from Ohio.
So
You know what I'm saying?
let me ask you a question. So that whole time period when you was signed your third deal,
Right.
and you signed for 7 years as a writer, were you able to put out any music?
Absolutely. I did, and this is before the internet era. This is before the streaming and all that. So everything they fully funded everything that I did, my mixtapes, my studio sessions. As long as I kept doing what they needed,
Yeah.
they were still funding what I wanted to do. But they just weren't pushing what I wanted to do. So that's how that worked out.
So, and you said after that you never had like a deal.
Yeah, I never had a real big deal. And actually, Multi-Man Music Group gave me $100 grand, and the year they gave me $100 grand, I got married. I was like, yo, I'm about to take this. I had my son.
Wait, who got married?
I did. I was young, and even the label was just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You got your dream in your hand. What are you doing? And I promise, a year after I got married, I was divorced, and the label ain't want me no more.
First of all, I didn't know I had no idea you was married.
I was.
I had no idea you was married, man, or ever been
Shout out to
married.
the baby mama.
Yeah,
That's my
I
nigga
just
too.
knew you had a beautiful son, man.
Yep.
Hey, that's a gem right there,
Yep.
man.
And I stopped that. Like I said, I had the $100,000 deal, and I was like, yo, I wanna take some minute to give my marriage a year. And like I said, by the end of the year, I was divorced, and she had messed it up, and things happen. People are people.
So so after that, I'm sure you got discouraged.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think aside from I got discouraged in my music, but being in a position where you got to fight for custody of your kid, or feel like you got to fight to be a dad,
Oh,
that's
so
what
you
mattered
so
more.
you said for music will have to go in the background. I'm
Yeah,
dealing
for
with
sure,
real
for
life.
sure.
I
Yeah,
see what you're
for
saying.
sure,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. I wanted to be a dad more than anything at that time, because I think I could always rap. I think I'll always be nice, but I wanted to be a dad because I was new to me.
Yeah.
And that's my son. You know how it is when you got your. It's like a reflection of you. You get the chance to start your mistakes
He
over.
is you.
Yeah, for sure,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure,
He is you, man.
for
And,
sure.
yeah, and that's a different level of love and accepting responsibility.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
completely understand.
yeah.
Um,
And that hurt. That hurt because I wanted to be a rapper more than anything. But it was just like, yo, I'm a dad. You know what I
so
mean?
so after pretty much that situation. I mean, as it's going on, and you're fighting for custody. Are you still
Making music.
making
Yeah,
music
I was still
or
making music. I mean, it was my passion. I was heartbroken because I didn't have the muscle behind me no more. But it took me a while to even establish my custody with my kids. So that was years. And I always made music. I never stopped making music. It just was harder because I was by myself now. And then I still had the TOG. You know what I'm saying? I still had my guys. I still had Columbus.
all right, let's talk about that.
Yeah, yeah, my guys.
Let's talk about that. So when did that? When did that start?
We
When
were
y'all
t-
said, okay, we're gonna do the TOG thing.
we were-
Okay, say that first. I'm gonna go back. Go ahead. I'm gonna back it. Go back.
No, TOG was the Takeover Gang.
Okay.
You niggas think you really hot like me? You got me fucked up. Yo. Day. I got my niggas, you know. I'm glad I really get to fuck with my niggas. Cause I know a couple y'all niggas don't fuck with me. I mean, that's real talk, but I appreciate my niggas. Yeah. Hey, look, you know I'm riding with my soldiers. High fried Oprah, they telling me I'm arrogant. Gee, I'm supposed to be when I see that most these niggas is posers. Line behind lines, keep trying, I'm a exposure. Me still screaming.
Okay. Now. Okay.
Yeah, the Takeover Gang.
Yeah,
We
okay.
were just
No,
some,
wait. Hold on. You gotta say who was all in that first. You gotta say that.
It was just a bunch of Northside niggas. We were half of us went to Beach Road, half of us went to Mifflin, and there was a bunch of blood niggas, a bunch of basketball players, and I promise it was like 50 of us. And that's when we
wow.
were the Takeover Gang. And I was really like the mascot for that. I was not the nicest. I was the mascot. I just was different because I had
Who was the nicest, in your opinion? Who you felt?
Knicks. Knicks.
I had a feeling you was
Yeah,
gonna say
that's my
it.
guy.
Shout out to
my
Knicks.
guy.
I know you gonna watch that sometime.
Knicks might have
But
been
hey,
the
but
one.
me and Knicks, we beefing.
Yeah, oh
It's
yeah.
like, nah, wait. That's my Knicks. That's my guy. Yeah,
That's my guy.
That's
But
my
it was,
guy, man.
Skyscraper, Big Skyscraper. He was a part
I
of
know
TOG.
Sky was a part of that.
Ness Words was a part of that.
Oh man, rest in peace.
Rest in
Ness
peace to the
Words.
king.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
AU, AU came from TOG.
The producer.
Yeah, the producer. Yeah, he was the first.
didn't
I was the
know
first.
that.
Yeah, I was the first person with AU beats in Columbus.
So who actually put this thing together, or even like? 'Cause I'm sure it wasn't just one person. Hey, but how did the TOG thing come together?
One time we were me and Q Nemesis were battling at the Cabana Club. No offense, Q Nemesis used to whoop my ass at the Cabana Club every Monday on the battles. Like he used to get me like every Monday, and it was like a $300 Monday. Like you know what I'm saying, he would beat me. And then after a while, the guys that was behind me like, yo, you got this tonight, you got this tonight. They ended up being my niggas. They ended up being my team. So we just kind of rounded out some other characters from the city. Like yo, y'all gotta get down with us. Y'all gotta do this, and that's what we did. Like I said, we were like 50 deep, just rappers and basketball
Did y'all
players.
ever have a complete project?
We tried. We had a couple mixtapes, but I think they were trying. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard when you're local when you don't have the backing. And I was the only one with the backing. And it's also hard being the only one with the backing when everybody else doesn't, because it creates an animosity. Or it creates a friction. Not an animosity or a jealousy, but it creates a friction. Like, yo, Wise thinks he's doing this, or Wise is doing this, or Wise is doing too much, or who's going to be next. And it was never about who was next for me. It was like, yo, we just going to make it. We just going, as long as I'm kicking my feet, we going to make it. And I couldn't keep it all on my back, but I was trying.
Who are some other artists that you actually like work with on your mixtapes?
Local?
Yeah, local.
Everybody. Everybody. I promise, if somebody's popping in town, I had something to do with it. Maybe not now, but coming up, I promise I did.
But like who?
I've always worked with Wallaby. I always worked with the copyright. I always worked with Mook the Star or the Who's my favorite young boy? Luciano. You know me. I worked with
Yeah.
Luciano or you know everybody. I made it a point to kind of touch bases with everybody in town that was trying. I think from Columbus, everybody's a dreamer. Everybody's like, you know what I'm saying? We all got that goal. It's funny that everybody Columbus is kind of nice for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all got that talent and that drive. It's just ain't nobody really made it the way we should for real. So I think everybody
Why do
that was
why
doing that.
why do you think that is?
I don't think the industry's ready for it. I think they are now because everything else is exerted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is like Atlanta is already there. California's already there, and Ohio's like aside from Dayton or Cleveland, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Columbus is just like ain't nobody really tapped into it the way they should for real.
Is there anybody that you did a collab with? Because the era we come from is, we if I'm on your track or you on my track, it don't matter. I'm still gonna go. It's gonna be a friendly
Right.
competition
Right.
bar wise. But
Right.
I'm just because I'm on your record, that
Right.
don't mean I ain't gonna bring it.
Actually, do
So
actually,
wait, hold on. Has there been anybody on the record that you've done who you felt like, man,
He got me.
He got me.
everybody, every
What?
time, yeah, every time. I like that though. But it's like you can't be a feature on my song unless you rap better than me. Not rap better than me, but it's my song. Like I said, I don't think anybody makes better songs than me. So if I call you for a feature, I need you to be the feature, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do that. I need you to play that role. I need you to come with your best because I'm coming with the song. I'm delivering the package. You come with the sauce, nigga. And that's what it is. I give people that open opportunity. I'm not trying to out rap anybody. I've already made the plate. All you gotta do is come eat.
Not a lot of people think that way.
Nah, it's like I said, it's everybody's
But that's
competitive.
dope.
I'm so comfortable in myself and what I do. It's like it's not that I'm better than you. It's like I know what I bring to the table.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dope. Have you ever did a collab with someone that's in the industry?
Yeah, I got a couple collabs. I got a song with Juicy J. I got a song with Akon. I got a song with Crooked Eye. Uh man, who else? Who else?
Are these records have any of them ever made the cut and got
Yeah,
put
they
on
out.
the
They're all out.
album?
They all out. All those records are out. Um, yeah, they're out for sure. For sure. On my selfish album, I got a song with Crooked Eye. It was funny how I got that record, but Crooked Eye was still. I think he had just went to Shady to do Slaughterhouse, which is funny because we had a Slaughterhouse before them.
Yeah.
And but
Probably took that name.
yeah, you know it. That's it. But that happens to all of us in Columbus. We get robbed all the time for them ideas, and you be like, "Yo, we had that already," and the industry never
We just
believed
didn't
it.
have the springboard to
Yeah, man.
for the
Yeah, man.
masses to see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got a lot of industry features. I had a lot of help along the way from the industry. I just wasn't. I don't know if it was my time or if I just wasn't making the right moves. So I just kept trying and paying for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any regrets for music wise, industry
Yeah,
wise?
yeah. Now looking back now, a lot of times I was stuck in my ego. In my own ego, you might think you're bigger than this, or you might think you big shit because you're doing this. I wish I would have handled myself differently.
And elaborate, kind of.
Well, you just kind of get in your own way. You kind of get in your own way of what's really going on or how the industry really works. I remember my biggest regret was never thinking that the internet was gonna take off the way it did. I remember thinking like, yo, this is never gonna work. Ain't nobody streaming. I grew up from the hood when niggas didn't have credit cards. You couldn't tell me niggas was swiping their cards to hear music on iTunes. That was
Right.
not a thing to me. It was
Right,
only
right.
iPods. So you know what I'm saying? I didn't believe that. I wish I was ahead of that curve. You know what I'm saying? So I could be like, yo, nah, this is gonna take off. I just didn't believe it was gonna take off.
Let me ask you this: has anybody, because like you, man, over a decade, man.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. It's been a lifetime.
Yeah, like you've been actually in the industry.
Yeah,
You've been
yeah.
around. You've been in and out. So you know. So have you ever? And you wrote for a lot of people.
I did.
So has being a writer and sending your music out to different people and maybe even recording your vocals and sending it to someone so they can like catch the melody, whatever.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you can sing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean, but has anybody ever like took an idea or a song or
Drake.
Word?
Yes. Oh God, listen. I'm gonna tell you what happened. There's a video I have called Rider. Hey, you made the beat. We went to Chinatown, New York, rented a car and everything. And the camera guy at the end of the video shoot was like, "Yo, I got a gig in Houston for this kid who's about to get signed to Lil Wayne. His name is Drake. I'm gonna play him some of your music." And I had a single at the time called "Baby Baby," and it was like, "Baby Baby, I'm falling in love again." And the keys was the same and everything. And about 7 years later, Drake's first song was a song called "Baby, You're My Everything, You All I Ever Wanted." Same beat, same cadence, same melody. And we tried to sue for the situation. Our lawyers are like, "Y'all ain't got the money for this one." You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't got the money for this.
That was a
And
big record.
that was a huge record. Kanye West directed the video. It was a big record, and it would have been a big lawsuit, and I didn't have the money to fight it.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, so, and I was heartbroken. I still don't like the nigga now because of that. And it's funny because he has a history of doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? No offense to his talent. I think he's a great rapper. He's the biggest rapper in the world. But when you have a history of stealing people's records, it's not hard to believe. You know what I'm saying? It's just what he does.
So you
and
say
he gets
that's
away
kind of
with
like a pattern?
Yeah,
of
for
his?
sure. For sure. For sure.
But man, but that happens a lot.
It does. It does. And he's not the only one that does it. It's just, it happened to me.
So it hit.
Yeah, it hit a little
home.
different. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it hit home.
Yeah. This is good too.
Oh man, that's that.
That rock.
That's that Jose Cuervo.
Nah, that's that rock bottle. That's the other one. That's not the Jose.
That's the rock.
Yeah, that's the rock bottle.
Yeah, that's the new rock
Yeah,
Tanqueray.
that
Yes,
shit was
and
good.
I will show that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, no, I ain't showing nothing unless I'm getting some unless I'm
money,
getting
that
some money.
sponsorship
Yeah,
money, that sponsorship
Hey,
money.
Rock, I'm gonna send this little clip to you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send
man.
it to your IG and all that.
Yeah, man.
But hey,
Terramana.
I'm feeling that tequila, baby. So hey, the Rock, holla at your boy. Hey,
I always wanted to do a song. You know how people say yep, 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 yep when they prepping on the mic?
yeah.
You remember on Sesame Street back in the day, it was these two little monsters. They used to do that yep, 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 yep.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
I always wanted to sample that. I always wanted to
With the
sample
long hairs.
Yeah, that'd be hard, the hardest sample ever. I need to send it to AU. Like, yo, tear this up. Yep, 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 yep. I hear to slow it down or something. It'd be hard.
That'll be funny. All right, let's a lot of records that you did was really outside of the box.
Uh-oh.
One of the ones for me that kind of was like, wow, like, what's he doing?
What's
Like, what's on his mind?
What's on your mind?
Yeah, what's on your mind? It was a record that you did called Voodoo.
Okay.
And in that video, it was a
A
lot going on.
Yeah.
Fed up. Hey, I would fly. Shit. 5 months from July. Winter will collide with you soon. Not a tear I shall not cry as we drift into the night. One day we will meet. I got you. What night, what club, who house on what drug, what life, what friends, what fight, fuck love, who knew, he knew, she knew, you knew, black candles, cheap chalk, deep thought, voodoo, everything, girl I gave you everything.
Describe that.
You know what? I'm be honest. Voodoo was I was going through a divorce, and voodoo was very real for me. It was right before the industry had got into that dark phase where it was like, yo, we gonna worship the devil. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it went for real. I mean, that's where the industry went. The industry went being so playful with the dark side because that's what I don't know if niggas were selling their souls or not. That's not what I was doing. Voodoo was real for me because I was going through a dark place. I was trying to free myself from being hurt from my divorce. And I felt like that was the way I could go. I tried prayer. I tried drugs. I tried alcohol. And I was hurting. And so I just was like, yo, I'm going to try this. I got into some spells. I got into some things. And I'm like, yo, I had to mix it in my music to make it real. You know, we had the pentagrams up. We had the candles lit. And I was really doing like a ritual in that video. But it wasn't like a ritual, a spell towards anybody. The spell was about unbinding myself from the love that I felt for this woman who had broke my heart. So that's what voodoo was for me. It was just that. I wasn't trying to sell my soul. I wasn't trying to worship the devil at all or anything like that. I know it looked like that, but it was really just like it was a dark place where I was just trying to free myself from some love that I wasn't a part of anymore.
were you personally? Because you talked about the pentagrams and stuff was all in it, and you was really hurt. Were you actually personally like trying pentagrams and all that
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I was.
And was there? Did you? How
I
was that
felt it. It was very real.
experience?
It was very real. It was the darkest place I've ever been in my life. It's funny because right after that, it was like I said. It was I was trying to unbind myself from love, like meaning like I was trying to forget that I loved her. I was trying to forget what we had, and like maybe 3 months later, I ended up going to the mental hospital, and they said I was dealing with my bipolar issue and memory loss. So it was kind of eerie to me that the spell that I was working on was to forget, and then all of a sudden I started having memory loss in real life.
So you feel like it brought other spirits in?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't sleep. I would scratch my palm in my sleep. I was losing relationships with people. I was losing contact with myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was hearing things, and it was a crazy time. I don't regret that song, but I regret handling that moment that way.
Did you ever try to commit suicide?
A few times. A few times. Honestly, I did. I think a lot of people would have. They might not admit it, but I did though. Like I think I just was hurt um each time.
When you tried to commit suicide, were you really trying to commit suicide?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. I mean, from trying to overdose or I never tried to kill myself with a bullet because I'm sure that would have worked. But
And that's what I was trying. Well, actually trying to get to because well, trying to ask because
yeah,
but you just said something that was very valuable because you said you didn't try a bullet because you knew that
it
would
would
be the
that would
end.
have worked. That would have worked. And
But
that's how you know how fate works. That's how you know what's destined for you because it only takes 5 pounds of pressure to pull a trigger. So that's me balling my fists up. So God ain't had that for me. God ain't make me strong enough to do that.
so in hindsight, do you really feel that you really wanted to take it all, or you just wanted to
Nah, I was
get
just in the
rid of the?
moment. Now looking back, I just wanted to be free from a feeling. And
Right.
I regret handling it that way because it was just a feeling. People get divorced every day.
So how did you overcome that grief and that pain?
I had to hate her, and we're like best friends now. But I had to hate her to re-love her, and not as my wife or not as the heartbreaker. I had to love her over as my child's mother, as my friend, as a person. So that's how I got over. I had to get over it by outgrowing my pain.
And how did you outgrow your pain?
Time. They say that time heals all wounds.
But
And
in the in that time, like what?
God, no lie, like God, I'm not the holiest person by far, but I pray every day, and God just kept me alive through all that, and kept me making music. It's funny when you have nothing else.
That's where I was going to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Your music is when you're alone, you'll find that God will leave you with your blessings.
But
Your
right.
talents, your gifts.
So do you think for you music was therapy and for you personally?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It
So,
still
so
is.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So the more you focus on writing and whatever, do you feel that that kind of detoured your focus from your pain to?
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like this. Like people will always be mad at me for being cocky or using that word cocky too much. Like, oh, Wise is always into himself, but they didn't look at it like maybe that's all he got. Maybe that's the only thing that he has that he feels good about. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know what I'm saying. Music was my therapy, and for a long time, my music was the only thing I had. When I didn't have nobody else, I still could rap, or I still had that peace of mind where I can go release that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Into my music, I could scream at the mic, I could cry on the mic, I could be cocky on the mic, but it definitely kept me alive.
So at some point you felt like your voice is all you had.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I still feel that way.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never, you never gave off a cocky vibe to me.
Yeah. Well, I just say that because cocky. Like I did my cocky mixtapes. I had the cocky club, the label,
Facts, yeah.
and but I'm the coolest nigga though. I'm
Yeah,
super humble. I'm the coolest
you,
nigga.
yeah, you never came off to me.
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm a pretty good,
Judge the character.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
temperature
For
gauger.
sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a very good temperature gauger. And like, you never came off of me like far as cocky. But smooth confidence. Yeah, but not cocky.
Yeah.
So okay, it was another record you did. I think it was called Nightmare.
Yeah, the Nightmare Flow joint. Yeah.
Now, how did that come about?
Yeah.
And where were
You know what? It was shot in the same place we shot Voodoo a week later.
I can tell.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was in the same state of mind. It was if you look at it, it looks like I'm tweaking out. Like, you know, so I'm twitching in between bars. The bars are crazy, but it's like I was just kind of flipping between personalities, spitting these bars, but
Clear the way for me, mama pray for me. If I don't ever make it, this'll make a great story. They say I sound like him, I sound like he. Funny, I was thinking they all sound like me. See, I used to run 8 bars, traveling on a 10 speed. Now I ride 22, slow out a wind breeze. I work hard for it, please don't envy. Rappers pushing my button, they words don't offend me. Nightmare's scary, dare you to come near me.
bars. But Nightmare Flow is funny you say that. Nightmare Flow is one of my favorite videos. I just and Shiny G, shout out to Shiny G who does my videos. He wasn't afraid to tap into the dark stuff. You know what I mean? And so
Was that during the time you was like in a dark place and
that was right after that. That was, 'cause if
so you was in a dark place, so okay, so you was in a dark space, so that's how you felt at that time.
Yep. And that's how it looked. You know what I'm saying? Everything was kind of like dark around that time. But I'm glad I outgrew that.
Did you ever have besides your parents?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because your parents is dope.
Yeah.
For real.
sure,
Moms
yeah.
is incredible.
Yeah,
Pops,
for sure.
I mean,
For
moms
sure.
is incredible. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But outside of them, when you was in that dark space of, you know, conjuring spirits, per se voodoo spirits, conjuring spirits, was there anybody that was like in your ear trying to bring you up out of that?
You know what? It's funny. Spony, YG, and you know he was the thuggest of that we all know, but he was always the guy like, you the one. Get out of this. Get out this feeling. Don't stop rapping. Get out of this. Fuck her. Fuck this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make sure. He was, before he passed, rest in peace. He was that voice. Like I said, he was like Tupac to me. He was like that person that always made sure I was up and up.
He loved you.
Yeah, that was my guy.
He like because
and he believed in me.
He did.
Yeah, for
he
sure.
would talk to me about you.
Yeah.
And
he
at that
believed
time,
it.
me and you wasn't really talking that much, but Spoonie really loved you.
Yeah, he did. He put me on his back, and I love him for that.
So, did any of those conversations help?
Absolutely. Because I don't have too many friends, so I'm just like, he was like, I don't have too many real friends. I have people I know, but he was like a brother, and I think he was like that for a lot of people, but for me, he was like a real brother. Those conversations helped me a lot, and they still do. Like I still hear them now, where it's just like, you gotta wake up, you gotta get out of it, you gotta keep going, and to keep going, to hear him say keep going is a lot because he's gone. Yeah, it always helped.
Yeah, that just.
Yeah, man, it's like that.
It's
like that.
Man. You know,
Yeah.
That's my brother, man.
Yeah, man.
When you was what was your first what video that you did and you felt like, yeah, I'm where I'm at, I'm where I want to be. I mean, like I'm
Like this is the one.
This the one. Yeah.
All of them, to keep it cocky, all of them. But like I said, I lived in a world where I lived in my ego for a long time, so I always felt like it took me a long time to realize you're not as nice as you think you are. You're not the big shit that you think you are. But I lived in my ego for a long time, so I always thought every move was the move, or every move was gonna be the next move, or the big move. Selfish was my prized video because it was real life for me. I lived in New York for real. I was really out there selling CDs. I was really out there.
Gotta watch him, is he friend, is he foe? You know how many hoes I turn Emily Rose? Cause I ain't had the time, had to get to my goals. And I ain't stick around once they strip from their clothes. Priority to get it, on the mission to run. Shit is hard for my baby, my music is #1. What I believe in, not just what I want. The finish line ahead, I ain't stopping till I've won. I came for the money, but I stayed for the fame. All or none, slow it down, no.
90s. I was really
And
out there
how
on the subway.
and that honestly, but we already talked off camera. But Selfish when that dropped, that was my favorite joint. Like I would play it for Spoonie, me and Spoonie would watch it. But sometimes I would play it back, play it back, play it back, play it back.
Yeah.
Spoonie be like,
Yeah.
I remember one time we was in the studio, he slapped his legs like, nigga, like, all right,
Come on, man.
yeah, yeah, you
Come
know what I
on,
mean? Like,
man.
yeah, he's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
nigga, all right, come on, what we about to listen to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was like, the video was so crazy to me. The visual, it felt real hungerish.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you was hungry, but you was enjoying what you was doing.
Yep.
But you was comfortable, and watching it, it felt like you was at a place of satisfaction.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So you at that time describe that whole time period. Cause did you move to New York?
Yeah,
right?
for sure, for sure. Well, that's when I was in the third deal. I was signed to Multi-Man Music Group, and they were in New York.
Did they like? Cause you moved to New York, so did they put up money for that?
Yeah,
So they
for sure.
put you in a crib.
For sure. For
Okay,
sure.
where was you staying at?
I stayed right. We recorded in New York, but I stayed right in Jersey City, and they paid for my apartment. And they paid for every move I made. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was videos, like I said, they weren't interested in me as an artist for them, but they definitely supported what I wanted to do, as long as I kept doing what they needed me to do for them. So it worked out. But that was very real life for me. That whole time period, just living in New York, grinding. I was away from home. I didn't have nobody else, and I was surrounded by people that really didn't know me. You know, so they believed in me, but they didn't know me at all. So
So what was like? Okay, let's slow it down real quick.
Yeah.
They sign you, right? When they signed you, were you back in Columbus?
No, I was here. I was there. I was there.
You was in New York already from the previous deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so when they came in, they said we want to sign you. Boom, boom. We're gonna do so. We want you to be signed as a writer.
Right.
So walk me through an average day.
Oh man, I would wake up. I never drove. Somebody would send a car to come pick me up. I would go write. I would get a beat in the email, and I don't write. I haven't wrote a song ever.
You mean on paper?
On paper, and that doesn't mean I freestyle. I don't. But it's like my brain does this thing where it's like if I got a blunt and an hour, that's kind of all I need. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I just need to, and I got it. Like it's just like it's right there. It's just like okay, I got a hook. I might not even have a whole song by the time I get to the booth, but I might have a verse and the hook, and that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? I just go in there and I just do what I do. But my
So,
days would start like that. My days would
start from when you wake up.
Yeah, but I wake up, somebody send the car out. I always got a beat in my email or a beat package in the email, and a list of things that we had to complete. And that's just what it was. I go to the studio every day. Or I would get like a call and be like, yo, you got to fly to Miami to write for this person. Or I got to write for this person for 3 days. And that's just what it was. Every day was a different part of a mission.
Do you ever feel, I mean, by them paying for everything, I mean, they pay for your day to day, but did they give you like money, like monthly, quarterly,
for
weekly?
Sure, for sure.
Okay, so they're saying, okay, we need you to fly to Miami, we need you to fly to Atlanta to record this, or write for this person, that person. Do you ever feel like they used you?
No, I didn't feel like that at all. I feel like it was just a different exposure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you felt like you did for them what you were paid to do?
Yep, absolutely. And I think I blew, like I said, I blew the shot like right before I lost the deal. I think that's when they were finally ready to be like, okay, you've been here 6 years, you've been here 7 years. Let's see what you here for real. And I kind of like just I shrugged it off because I wanted to be a husband and a dad. But I don't regret it.
So why do you think they didn't re-sign you?
Business. You know what I mean? They didn't care about your relationship for real. I want nobody's son. You know what I mean? I just business. I think that's how the industry works.
Do you think that what you know now, business-wise, would you have changed any way that you moved through them periods of being signed?
Nah. I love every learning experience.
So you don't think you would have moved differently at all?
Not I with my money, I would have saved some money up or something. But nah, I don't have any regrets. Not with that. I was young, and I was in love, and I was in love with myself too. Just trying to make some music and trying to get somewhere. That was the closest I ever been to my dreams. Yeah, so.
But you're still here,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
and you still have you're still capable to accomplish the dreams that you saw
I
before.
don't know, man. I'm about to turn 40.
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
matter.
No.
It doesn't matter. You still light skinned.
Black don't crack, nigga. Black don't crack.
You still light skinned.
Yeah,
light
man.
skinned, like light skinned. Y'all in style, bro. Y'all in style for a little bit now.
I hate it, man. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
So now, are you, you tapped into something that was interesting, which for me shows me that there are many forms of art.
Yeah.
You could rap.
Yeah.
You could write. That's an art. You could form to drawing.
Yeah.
And
No, that was my
painting.
first. That was my first love. Drawing and painting was my first love for
Oh,
real.
wow.
I actually skipped the scholarship. I got a scholarship to CCAD the same year I got my first deal. And I was like, wow, I'm going this way. You know what I'm saying?
So you had a full ride scholarship to college?
Yeah, and I didn't go. I wanted to be a rapper.
What did you have the scholarship in?
Drawing. Yep, fresh out of Fort Hayes. I was gonna go to CCAD for commercial art, and I skipped it to go be a rapper.
How did your parents feel about that?
They hated it. You know what's funny? My mom, right before I moved to New York, she sent a minister over to come pray for me. And no lie.
I bet she did.
And I'm like, yo, I'm open to whatever. Just don't put the oil on my forehead. You know what I mean?
Slap,
Like,
slap my forehead. Don't slap my
just
forehead.
don't touch my forehead. So he came through, and he was just like, you know, God had a mission for you. He has a conversation he wants me to have with you, and he told me, he said, God is going to allow you to live to see your dreams. He's going to let you get as close as you want to get to that door. And when you get there, it's not going to open. It ain't for you. He told me that. He said, you know, God's going to let you get as close as you want, but this industry's something else. And he needs you to get there to see that. So he's not going to stop you. He's going to let you bump your head 1,000 times trying to knock on that door. But it ain't going to open.
So in hindsight, first of all, that's deep.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, now, because watching you say that, it hits you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so how do you, in hindsight, feel about that?
The
conversation.
You take it to heart, but you still follow your dreams, because them dreams don't go away. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where I was. I'm like, well, all right, and I appreciate you. Thanks for the prayers, and I believe you, but I'm going to keep knocking on this door. If I got to kick it down or burn it down, that's how I felt.
So, hold on. So he said that your basically your dream of being a rapper would
not being a rapper, but being in the industry the way I thought I was going to be in the industry.
Oh, okay, that's
you know
different.
what I mean?
Okay, that's.
Yeah.
But there's many ways to be in the industry.
Absolutely.
You know
It just
what I'm
wasn't the
saying?
way I thought that I was going to make it.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what kept me going. Like I was like, I'm going to get there one way or another. I'm going to find another way, and I've been trying to find my way.
You gonna find it.
Yeah.
You gonna find it.
Yeah, and if I don't, man, I'm blessed to have all these lessons.
I tried everything to make it, did everything but fake it. I'm blowing all on a brand new bracelet, about to come try to take off in a spaceship. Yeah. Time that I believe in me. Time to start living my dream. Time that I believe in me. Time to start living my dream. They falling off me, stepping up to be a father. Then no bother with the statements that they make. I know they faking cause they smile every time they see me. Shit, that's cool, I make more money than they be saying. But really, I be ducked off playing my role. Getting money for the most part, staying at home. Think I lost my way, gotta find my way. No time for the bullshit that y'all be on. What I look like, caught up in the comments after the clouds when I chase a nigga for his outfit. Might like a few axe pics, but she ain't type of girl that I'm out with. Type of girl that I bounce with. I'm tryna risk it all and watch it bounce quick. Live it up and get a house with. Maybe go legit and get accountants. Build a studio by the mountain. Baby, dream with me, don't doubt this. Might invest it all in a little nigga, make dumb hits and go out rich. I tried everything to make it. Did everything but fake it. I'ma blow it all on a brand new bracelet. Fuck the car, I'm tryna take off in a spaceship. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me that I believe in me. Time to start living my dream. Tell me that I believe in me.
Hopefully it'll bless somebody else. It might not have been for me. It might have been the blessing for somebody else. It might be, this story might be for somebody else.
You definitely need to write a book.
Yeah, I thought about it. Almost Famous. I was gonna write that book. That's what I was gonna call it. Almost Famous. You know, if I never get there, it's just I tried.
Yeah, you definitely, because sometimes people look at success as this way.
Yeah,
This is how I'm gonna make it.
yeah,
But sometimes that's not the way that, or that's not the success that they need to have.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
But at the same time, a certain time, I don't want to go too deep, but at the same time, like, you know, God has His hands on certain people, and you. I don't want to go too deep, and I don't want to go all spiritual, but you.
Got
It might
covered.
sound cliche, but you are heavily favored,
I believe that.
and I know for a fact that, you know, you have so many prayers stacked up over
Oh
you.
yeah,
That's the reason why you didn't want to grab a gun. You chose the pills or the drug,
yeah,
but you knew
yeah.
that bullet.
That would have worked. That would have worked. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't want to go too deep, but it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
It is what it is. Like, I have a praying mother. I have a praying grandmother. You know what I'm saying? My father, he was a hustler. My father that raised us, my stepfather that raised us, he from Brittany Hills.
Yeah, yeah.
He from Brittany Hills.
Okay.
You ask about the Crockett family?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my father,
yeah.
my uncles, all them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, and my aunt Judy. You know what I'm saying? But certain people are just certain people just stand out.
Yeah.
You've always stood out, man. So
Thank you.
So now, oh, definitely. So now, like, what is something that you want to do
Stay alive.
besides that? No. Besides that, I know you want to be a good father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know you want to stay alive.
I still want to rap. I got a record on the new album called
On a new album.
on the new album. I got a new album coming out in February.
Okay.
And it's called Unbreakable, which has a lot about my life. You know what I'm saying? I think I saw a lot of curveballs that are breaking the normal nigga. You know what I'm saying? So this one's called Unbreakable.
Do you have any features?
Yeah, man, I got some features. I got some nice features.
Like who?
Wallaby's on there, Demo's on there, Oliver Cass is on there, or Cass Oliver, I forgot how you say it, but I got some nice features, man. Q Nemesis is on there, Mob Easy's on there. Yeah, I just .com is on there. It started off just being 8 songs, and then I was just like, yo, I'm gonna make this an album for real. I ain't gonna play with it. I let my best friend now, his name is Swayze. He's a younger kid that I know. He's been a fan of my music for a long time. We just kind of grew up from music to actual brotherhood. I let him pick all my beats for this project, just as a friend.
You let him pick all your beats?
Yeah, yep. And I did it as a gift. I let him executive produce a project because if anything happens, I always want to leave somebody something. You know what I'm saying? So this was like me leaving him a project or a piece of, you know what I'm saying, my dream. And God forbid, but he believed in me like Spoonie did. He believed in me like my mama did. So I just wanted to leave somebody something where it was just like, yo, pick all these beats. I gave him 40 beats. I'm like, yo, we're only picking this many. And I just let him pick my beats. He helped me write. He helped me choreograph the songs, format everything. So Yeah, he just it was a good time with the new album, but the album's called Unbreakable. I'm anxious for 2023 so I can really put it out.
Let me ask you a question. Who, in your just personal opinion, and I ask
Oh,
questions
and
like this.
Rashad did my intro. Rashad Elevator Music.
Rashad is dope.
He's dope. He's dope. He's super
So,
dope.
all right, let me ask you. As far as rapping, um, I don't want to go back too far. From the time you started till now, um, your personal top five.
Ooh, like from here, from home.
Mhm.
Ooh.
And it's gonna be some people like, why'd you name my name?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, fuck 'em.
But to be no, but no, this just I asked Magic the same question. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Magic recorded everybody in the city. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
But it's just your personal feeling. Who you feel like is the
Be Dylon, Dylon, Dylon. You know what I mean? Be me. No, but no, I like the rappers. I like home rappers for real, but it would be Wallaby for his grind. It's endless. It'd be Copyright for his legacy. It'd be Rashad for just who he is, his talent, his legacy as well. That's three. But then it would be like Q Nemesis and probably my homeboy Swayze. He's a new kid who's up and coming. You probably never heard of him, but you will, I promise. Um, I actually just love all the rappers from home for real. It's hard to pick a top five because I really respect them all for real. Like
It'd definitely be hard though.
It'd be hard because they all had their own niche and their own lane. I think Columbus is super, super talented. So I don't know. It's hard, but I mean, that's my five. If you ask me who was my top 20, I'd probably give you a better list, but I think I kind of just like everybody. I actually think I love artists more than they love me. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I can see how, like, especially when you was talking about the TOG crew, when you was talking about like some people like I like in any crew, there's gonna be a little bit of jealousy. You know what I'm saying there's always gonna be a little bit of jealousy. So I can see that with you, but you was already like kind of like established for real.
Yeah.
Um, but I never heard. You gonna have to play me some records, but I would love to hear some TOG stuff that
Yeah,
y'all did together.
for sure, for sure.
You know what I'm saying, but so now your new project that you dropping, name some producers that.
Well, actually, I did like I said, aside from Rashad, who did my intro, I got a producer who did all the other records. Like one producer, his name is Matt Tucker.
Is he from here?
Yeah, he's from here.
Okay.
He was killing the beat battles for a long time, and recently we just linked up, and he played me like maybe like 12 beats, and I'm like, yo, I never heard nobody play me 12 beats straight, and I was just like, yo, this is for me, every single record. Then he sent me 100 records, and I'm like, yo, you're the best producer I ever met in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he just Matt Tucker did the entire project. So I thought about skipping around. I love AU. AU is my guy. I love so many other producers in town, but this kid that I'm working with right now, we kind of just locked into our own groove.
We gonna have to get him on here.
Yeah, for sure.
With you, we
he
can
would
do
love
both.
to. He would love to.
And
He'd be
you-
great.
so, let me ask you this: if you could say something to your younger self right now, to the to your younger self that first got signed, what would you say to that person?
Don't let love get in the way, and keep chasing your dreams. 'Cause like I said, them dreams don't stop, and they ain't gonna turn to nightmares the minute you stop dreaming. You know what I mean? Like it just chase your dreams before they become somebody else's dreams. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where I'm at. A lot of times I wanted to stop, whether it was I wanted to stop to be a dad or I wanted to stop because I was hurt. I just don't be in your own way. You know what I mean? A lot of times we are in our own way, and it just
What do you mean by that?
doubting yourself. You know what I'm saying? You stop believing in yourself or thinking that, oh, this ain't going to work out, or I'm too old, or, you know what I'm saying, or I've tried everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're alive, you still got a chance. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep living, keep chasing your dreams, and definitely don't let yourself be in your own way.
Don't let yourself be in your own way.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good.
For sure.
That's good. I mean, I definitely appreciate this whole interview, man.
Yeah, thank you. I do too. Thank you. I'll be back.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll be back.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's a different situation when I'm back. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see.
Yeah, we definitely got to get the your boy in here who
Yeah,
Producer.
Matt Tucker. Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. I'm anxious to expose him to everything. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate that, man. I
Yep,
love
yep,
you, man.
yep, yep.
And I
Love you too.
thank
Who's
you.
hot?
I thank you for yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
What'd you
yeah.
say again?
Who's hot? I'm hot, niggas. But we hot. We from Ohio. You know how it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
Thank you.